Okay. Audio synced up.
Is that really how it works?
Well, it's like just so you can see like how it makes that big jump right there,
Uh-huh.
and you can line it up to your clap, and also like on that camera, like it does the same thing
Uh-huh.
because it also records audio. So
Yeah.
it lines it up a lot easier. Yeah.
Boom, clap, sound of my heart.
The beat goes on and on and on. Welcome back to Under the Umbrella.
Yeah, with Mike and...
Tom, the podcast about anything and everything.
Oh, yeah. All right, let's get right on into it. So for our third episode, we had a lot of replies to our suggestion last week, so we're going to kind of just like stream through that, maybe branch off a little bit, go on some tangentials.
Tangential forests. Transcendental.
Transverse. Nope, definitely messed that up. We could do like...
Did we do pineapple on pizza last time? I think we did.
Yeah,
we totally did.
for sure.
Okay. We could do action sports.
Action sports, like what? Like entailing, like what? Like karate?
I mean, I don't know. Any high adrenaline activity, I guess we could dive into.
Oh yeah. You want to start? Because like, that's a lot.
I don't know. Yeah. So action sports. I like action sports. I think they're pretty neat.
Mhm. At first I feel like I wasn't an action sport guy.
Really?
Yeah, cause like I just played football and basketball and stuff like that. It's like, I guess football is a high adrenaline sport, but I mean any sport has high adrenaline if you're really into it and stuff. You get pumped up, get strong, you know. But now through college, I definitely am quite the adrenaline junkie. I feel like.
Yeah.
But then also, like, I look at other people and I'm like, oh yeah, no, I'm nowhere near that. So like, I would like adrenaline addiction on YouTube. Like, I feel like
Luke Shively.
or like Luke, yeah, Luke Shively.
Out of his bird.
Yeah, he like does crazy shit. So then like, I feel like I'm like a conscious like adrenaline junkie.
Yeah, like I'll push it, but I don't want to get hurt.
Exactly.
Either.
Yeah, like I know my limits, which is really important.
Yeah, I agree. Knowing your limits is very important. I don't know, but I feel like I've always been into action sports. Like I grew up on Rocket Power, 90s kid.
Mm-hmm. Wait, what's Rocket Power?
You never seen Rocket Power?
No,
It was a Nickelodeon cartoon of this group of kids that lived in Hawaii, and every episode was them either skateboarding,
wait, was that
snowboarding,
the guy,
surfing, playing hockey.
There was that older guy.
Tito.
With yeah,
Tito.
Yeah, he was like that typical like Hawaiian looking dude. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my god, I remember that. That was...
So, yeah, that got me stoked.
That's crazy.
Like, I don't know, I've been skateboarding since I was 3 years old.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Word. Huh.
I learned how to ride when I was 3. At least.
I was never good on skateboarding. I always had good balance, but I was never good at skateboarding.
It just takes a lot of time. Like, no one's naturally good at it.
That's
just
true.
How much time you're really going to put into it.
Would you say that anyone is, like, naturally good at anything?
I would say people... I feel like some people just definitely pick up on things quick.
Yeah.
But, I mean...
Other than that, I feel like someone can't just walk in anywhere and then immediately do something.
I don't know. One thing that, like, my coaches would always say when I was playing basketball is that you can't teach height.
That's true.
So, like, there's some things that give you advantages over other things.
Mm-hmm. But, like, aside from that, just, like, your own ability, actually. Like, aside from height and, like, all that stuff, previous knowledge.
I mean, I do think that, like, the way people's brains work can set them up to do different things.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
so they're better suited for certain stuff?
Yeah, you know, some people are just naturally good at math. Like, some people just get math, you know?
That's true.
Like, they'll just get calculus.
Yeah.
I'm not one of those people, but, like, you know, people's like, oh, yeah, that's the formula. Okay. And they're good. Yeah. They just run with it. Mm-hmm. Or, like, even, like, I mean, that could even tie into skateboarding. Even though, like, no one can just, like, just first try to do a kickflip.
That's true. Yeah.
You know? But, like, if you have, like, my friend Chris, really good skateboarder.
Yeah.
His mindset, he was, like, a college wrestler for some time. He's just fearless.
Yeah.
So he's in the mindset where it's like, nah, fuck it. Like, I'm just going to throw whatever I want and nothing can hurt me. Like, kind of like Luke. You know, Luke's always like, I'm invincible. Yeah, it's like that.
Gotcha.
But, like, so it's like, not that they're naturally better, but they have the mindset that allows them to progress fast and do gnarlier things.
Because they just have the mind for it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Where it's like, I will, you know, do my tricks, but I don't want to I don't want to break my leg.
Yeah, you don't want to push.
Because if I get hurt skateboarding, then I can't climb.
Like you have more of a conscience when it comes to that stuff. Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Huh. Now, can you like progress that into saying that like in the future, like everyone should be born with jobs? You know what I mean? So
it was like The Giver.
Maybe like something like that. So think about it like this, right? So you're like, because like everyone has like I agree with that too. Like everyone has a certain head, or just something clicks better for somebody better than somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Like it just clicks for them. So, like, what if there was a way that we could determine that when they were young?
Like tests.
Yeah, and then figure out how they would be best suited for like the world.
I don't know. I don't really know, because then if they don't enjoy it, they're not going to do good at it, even if they have the capabilities to do it.
Yeah.
You know?
So you feel like that'd be bad, or do you think that would be
I think that would
helpful?
be bad. No, I think that'd be bad. Because say like, oh, you understand calculus, but you don't like it.
Exactly.
Like you're not going to be a good,
but now
math
let's
teacher.
say like you have somebody that like understands calculus better than anybody, but hates it. Like, and they force them to do that because they'll be coming up with new ways to think about stuff.
I don't know, that just seems kind of mean.
Yeah.
Like
pretty messed up, but like
I don't know.
crazy to think about.
Ruin someone's life for the betterment of society, for the development of man.
Yeah. But what like?
It's getting too ethical.
What if it progresses into the future though?
Into space travel, to hyperspeed.
Yeah. What if there's someone? What if we like through that we were able to figure out how time travel works? Like, would you sacrifice that person?
There you go.
Like, no, not actually, like guillotine them. Like,
taking the volcano.
Yeah, it's just just put them in a volcano lab.
Volcano lab.
Yeah, but yeah,
just get the basement of a warehouse. Just one, it's like a superhero movie.
Yeah, right.
It's like evil lair.
It's like instead of a magma, it's just tomato sauce, just boiling.
It's just a saucepan.
If he's ever hungry, just take a little spoonful. To some pasta.
Some pasta.
Speaking of pasta, that's just before.
Yeah.
It was very tasty.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mom, for the sauce.
Saucy Mike over here.
So good.
Yeah. So in other news, Mike recently competed in a climbing competition.
Yeah.
He did pretty well in it.
Yeah, I got second place. So like that was crazy for me. It was like very, very nostalgic. I couldn't believe it. Because like so I'll kind of run you through like the whole competition, how it's run, how it's organized, and all that. So it was in Syracuse at Central Rock. We've mentioned it in previous videos. It's 30 minutes north of Cortland, because that's where we are right now. And like I'm the vice president for climbing club here at SUNY Cortland, so I like wrote out the trip and sent them the package so that we could take everybody out there. Went out there with a couple of members from club, and then me, and then Declan, who's like my roommate, and he's the president. And we went up there. Competition was pretty much just like a red point. So a red point means that you could take unlimited attempts on like any of the routes, but you would get docked. So for every fall you took, you got minus 0.1. So like let's say it was a score of 550, and then you fell once, or like if you attempted it once, then it would be a 549.9. And then depending on how many times you fell or attempted it, then that would keep getting subtracted. So then from there, they have multiple They had multiple sections. So they had the open, advanced, intermediate, and beginner. So what they did was they created in the bouldering section 45 boulders. And what that did was
we all new.
All brand new. Yeah, set them like right before the comp. And what they did was they didn't write any ratings on them. They didn't write V1, V2, or anything like that. They just wrote like what number it was so that you could correspond that to your scorecard. And it was just 1 through 45. There was no particular... the only way you could really figure out if something was easy or difficult is by looking at the scorecard and seeing if something's worth a lot of points. So like, from what I remember, number 37 was 1,100 points. Like, that was the highest rating. That was the highest amount of points you could get in that comp. So I'm assuming that's the hardest route. And it was, and even by looks, it was like really hard. So you don't know exactly what you're climbing, and what they do is they just have V0 through V11. They're just like, go climb, and like climb whatever you want. So you're climbing, and you like track down all your stuff, and on the back they have all the numbers, and then you just write down how many attempts, when you did it, and you need one person with you to be able to see you climb it so that they can initial it. And then once the 3 hours is over, they give you 3 hours. So I got from 12:30 to 3:30 with me, Declan, like the rest of the members, everyone like that. After the 3 hours, you go to the front of the scorecard and you write your top 5 boulders. So you write each point, and obviously you want your highest 5 boulders that you did in the least amount of attempts. That's like, because that's like the best you could get. So wrote my top 5 down. I did one like mediocre V6, like it was like a 640 between 6 and 700.
So is it like 640 is like a V6
V6
and then like a 500 be a V5?
And yeah, it wasn't like exact like that,
Mm-hmm.
but I just assumed because like there was 100s that were very easy and then I went up from there. So I climbed like something around the 6, and that one was 640. And then the rest I climbed a 580, a 560, a 540, and a 520. So I climbed a bunch of intermediate routes, essentially. And then the head route setter has a master key. So, like, this is just for an example. This isn't actually how he graded it because he can't reveal that. But if your total score added up to anywhere between 1,000 and 1,500, you're in the beginner section. And then if your score added up to 1,501 to 2,500, then you're in the intermediate section. And then 2,501 to 3,000 is advanced. So like that's kind of how it went. Mm-hmm. But like only the master route setter has that. The head route setter has that like sectioning off where beginner, intermediate, and advanced should be. So like the participants of the competition had no idea. So they were just tacking down their total scores and their total attempts and then just handing it in and hoping for the best. Mm-hmm. So that was for beginner to advanced. So I was within that category because that was the citizens competition. So that was just climb V0 to V6. And I got second in the intermediate section. So that was pretty cool. I won a free pair of climbing shoes of my choice, but they have to be Evolve shoes. If you don't know what Evolve is, you could look them up. Maybe we could leave a link in the description to like evolve.com. But yeah, they're pretty cool. Nice little shoes.
I like Evolve shoes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Tom's a big fan of them. I know he has them a lot. Bodhi has the pair that I'm looking to go and get, which is the Evolve Shamans. So, pretty cool shoe. But yeah, and then the Open was like a whole different category in the competition. So that was if you climbed for men V7 and plus, I want to say, or V8 plus, and then for women it was V7 or V6 and plus. Like, they were one off. But if you climbed anything harder than that, you could join the Open, and then they would take the top 5 competitors of the Open, and then they would go to finals.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so then at night, and they had that at 8 o'clock was finals.
Did you stay for it?
Yeah.
Nice.
And it was crazy. Like, I watch videos all the time on YouTube of just, like bouldering competitions and stuff like that, and, like, all that good stuff, and like seeing it in person was like actually crazy. Mm-hmm. Like I was like I want to go back already. And there's another competition coming up in November that I'm really excited about. But yeah.
Was that at Rochester?
Yeah. So like this series of climbs is the Empire series through Central Rock. So the first one was in Buffalo, I'm pretty sure, and then they're ending in Buffalo. So the first one was in Buffalo, then they came here to Syracuse. Now they're going to Rochester in November 16th. Then the very last one is the Buffalo one again. They're doing it sometime in December.
Cool.
But yeah, it should be a lot of fun. I'm really excited.
And how do you like register to enter the contest?
All you do is go on centralrock.com or like Central Rock.
You have to be like a member?
Nope.
No?
Yeah, you don't have to be a member. I wasn't a member when I joined. Yeah.
I'm gonna go like the collegiate
Rock?
thing.
Oh, no.
No?
No, yeah, it's an open comp.
Nice.
It says, you could just sign up on centralrockgym.com
Oh, nice.
and then just pick the event that you want to do and then sign up.
Sweet.
But yeah, no, it was a really, really good time. And the atmosphere was crazy.
Yeah, it's dope.
Mm-hmm. And they were giving out, like, free beers and free food, too.
Hey.
Like, that was awesome.
Drunk Bouldering.
Yeah.
The best kind.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
Congratulations again, brother.
Thank you.
Yeah,
that was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Sweet. I'll pull up another question.
Yeah, let's see what we got.
We've got... We could discuss finding your passion and how to enjoy the journey to get where you want to be. From Kevin Rogers.
Kevin Rogers.
Kevin Rogers. Your lab partner.
Yeah, just saw him like an hour and a half ago. Just about. So discovering your passions.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, finding your passion and enjoying the journey to get to where you want to be.
Well, finding your passion is like for me personally, I feel like your passion finds you in some sort of weird way. Because, I could go outside and play basketball right now. I wouldn't know it's my passion until I really, sat down and, had grown a love for the sport, I feel like. Like a passion's something that comes along as you really delve into it. It's not something where, sometimes, you'd be like, oh, this is great. But then, later down the road, you're like, yeah, nah. This wasn't for me. But it was good that I tried it. But
Somebody said that if you grew out of it, would you still say that it would be a passion?
No. Because if you were passionate about it, it would still be something that you... it'd be something that you're still doing.
I don't know. It's I'm not, I don't see myself as a very passionate person.
Mm-hmm.
I like to do a lot of different things.
Yeah.
But I don't really feel like I don't really specialize in something.
Yeah, I never really had that until I found climbing, I feel like.
Yeah, I like climbing, but it's not the only thing I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's still fun.
Yeah.
But
I mean, there's always, I'm always finding something new. So, I feel I'm always willing to try something new. But, my go-to, if, I have nothing to do, would be climbing, in my opinion. So, I could say that's, what my passion's for right now. But... I don't know. Yeah, it's very dependent on the person, I guess.
Yeah.
Just how they are.
Makes sense.
But I always like to try something new, and I know you are too.
Yeah.
So it's just whatever you want to do, yeah.
Sweet, yeah.
Now, what was the second part to that question?
And how to enjoy the journey to get where you want to be.
Well, yeah, if you're passionate about something, then you could you'd be enjoying the journey no matter what.
I mean, I feel like not always.
Really?
I feel like it can get very frustrating at points.
Oh,
if you don't see yourself progressing. Or even you find your passion's oh, I want to work with kids with developmental disabilities.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You can love doing it, but I've worked with that demographic before.
Mm-hmm.
You could say I really love doing this, but it will still get hard at times.
Yeah.
It will still get very frustrating.
It has its ups and downs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's some days it's oh my god, today I had such a bad day.
Mm-hmm.
And this, you might second guess yourself, is this really what I want to do?
Yeah.
But I think, the most important thing would be, take a step back.
Mm-hmm.
And just remember that, hey, I had a bad day, or this moment really sucked, but I have so much fun doing this. I really love doing this overall.
Yeah, so don't harp on the negatives.
Yeah, always find the positives, always find the
or just realize
silver lining.
Yeah. Just realize that's something that you chose, because there's reasons why you love something. So just remember that, that you have reasons why you love it.
Yeah, I also say I don't know, it's hard to say, because this is my view, and I know not everyone has this view.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I always say don't push it too hard.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not going, don't force it right then and there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I
mean, some people sometimes it's not really an option. Sometimes you just gotta keep going with it. But I mean, my biggest thing to me is just having fun, no matter what you're doing.
Yeah.
So.
And that'll be a good way to enjoy it too.
If
you put too much stress on it, that's the thing that we're coming back to passion. Sometimes people over stress about something they're passionate about, because they're passionate about it, You know what I mean?
Yeah, like this is my passion. Like
yeah,
I need
so it's like, oh my god, I need to do great.
Throw it.
Yeah. Or it's like they'll stay up the night before, freaking out about, let's say, a competition or a tournament or an event that's going on or something like that. And then they end up getting up the next day and like being completely like out of mind.
Or like distraught.
Yeah. And you just like can't think straight. It's because like you're so stressed at the fact that like you want to do so well when just like enjoy it. Whatever happens, happens.
Yeah.
That's the mentality I went into with this competition.
Mm-hmm.
Like my idea for this competition was, so I did like aside from Cortland bouldering competitions and stuff, I did one other competition. It was a top roping competition, also red point, so it was unlimited tries, same situation, like orienting wise, but it was top rope instead of bouldering, and I just like literally like it was my first competition. I was like, I'm not gonna win shit, like. Mm-hmm. Nor do I really care. Like, I'm just doing this straight up to see what my level is compared to other people. To see, like, if I do well or, like, where I place. And I got 5th place.
Nice.
Like, and, like I went in very just like, oh, I'm just going to try everything.
Mm-hmm.
So, did that. And then I was like, okay, now I know where I am. And I, like, when I saw 5th place, I was still even surprised. I was like, holy shit, like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Like, that's something. So, I was like, all right, a year from now, I got to work towards that.
Nice.
I want a place.
Yeah.
And like then
you did.
went into this competition and we're just like, all right, I got 5th place last year. It would be cool if I got 3rd place, but ultimately like here for the club. So like I want to compete with Declan because it was the first time we were competing together, and then like be around everybody and just like have a good time, just like do some climbs. And then I ended up getting 2nd place. I was like, holy shit, it's just like another additive, but it wasn't like the main goal.
Nice. Would you consider yourself a competitive person?
Depends. Something I'm passionate about. Spin that back. Yeah, if it's something I really don't care about, you can see I have no motivation in doing it.
But like if you're doing something that you like, are you competitive with it?
Like in an unhealthy way or a healthy way?
No, just like, are you just competitive,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I would say so. Just because of the fact that like, I don't know, just having that like that edge all the time, seeing how you like compare to people, or seeing like, or just but like in a healthy way. Like I'm not gonna like let's say if we were both climbing, I wouldn't be all stressed out if you did a climb and I didn't. Like it's I'm very passionate about climbing.
You don't want the smoke.
Yeah, you got too much clout.
Got too much length. I could reach these big holds.
But yeah, like I wouldn't be all like I used to be a sore loser about it, but now I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I think
a lot of it comes with maturity too.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
But now it's just like, oh yeah, like that's happening, and like that's okay.
I'm just gonna sit and take it.
Yeah, yeah, and it's just, and then also like you like instead of putting myself down, I realize why. So like,
instead of putting yourself down, like get stoked for the other person. That's
yeah,
what I see.
Exactly. Yeah. Like don't put yourself down, because there's some people that are like, I'm just a bad climber.
Yeah.
Like I'm using climbing as an example because like that's just what.
But also like a sport like climbing is so subjective too.
Exactly. Like it's like don't beat yourself up, because that 5'9" is way different from that 5'9", which is a grading of difficulty.
Yeah.
Or it's like a move that might be really easy for you would be really hard for me.
Yeah.
So it's like that's why like if I see you do something or I see Luke do something, I'm just like, oh, okay, maybe one day I'll get that, or like maybe I won't.
Or it's just like not for me. Yeah. Like it's like when last time we went to Central Rock together.
Yeah.
Like. Or I did a V7, but I couldn't do any of the V6s there at the time.
Yeah.
And then before that, like the couple days before that, I went outside bouldering. Outside grades and indoor grades are just very different.
Very different. Yeah.
And I could not do a 2.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't do a V2 outside.
And it's like instead of putting yourself down, just realize that there are different elements.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you just gotta be like, okay, I don't know. I'm also not a very competitive person.
It really depends. Usually like when it's time to be competitive, I'm competitive. So like in the competition, I was competitive because I was competing against other people, like aside from climbing club.
Yeah.
But like on the day to day, I'm just like, oh yeah, like sure, that's happening, fine, yeah, I'm okay with it. Yeah, Like, sounds good to me. But yeah, I don't.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't take any. That's also kind of a problem with me. Like I don't take anything seriously.
I've heard that way too many times from numerous like people in tutoring saying it.
But
like, Tom, you don't take anything seriously.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Like,
pretty
that's
much.
me.
Yeah. I don't know. Like,
But if it's not something you're serious about, then
yeah,
you know.
I'm just not competitive. That's why like, I didn't play sports in college or anything like that.
Yeah, no, I was like a no-go for sports. Aside from like for like competitive sports, like going into like varsity and stuff like that, I was like, nah.
Yeah, like I played.
Yeah, I did that.
Covered varsity sports I played in high school, like I don't know, like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
And
Not
then,
for me.
Yeah, and then came to college. I was like, nah, I don't really want to do that.
You know what I realized too? I'm better at sports where I'm on my own for it.
Like track.
No, I don't run. I do not run.
Like swimming competitively.
Also, not swimming either. Nothing cardio based, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know, but like bowling, like I'm pretty good at naturally.
Isn't your sister like a fantastic bowler? In
No,
your
that
dreams?
was
In your dreams?
In my dreams.
In your dreams?
But not. I haven't seen her bowl in a couple of years, but yeah, no, like bowling, pool, I'm pretty good in.
You don't want this at darts though.
Yeah, I was able to keep up with you in darts. You would win, but
I smoked Nolan again.
Oh my
at
god.
the bar, and
Nolan's
Pepper,
so
they both wanted it. The bouncer just laughed at him.
But
he was just like, oh boy.
You're just letting him have it. Saw Josh Payne at the bar one time.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, he's the guy on
Ink Master.
He was on Ink Master.
Yeah, he has a shop in Portland now.
Yeah, I heard it was what's it called? Ascension or something?
No, Ascend. He used to be at Ascend, and then he was on the show. Now he has his own shop.
Oh, word! I heard he only does big pieces now too.
Probably. It's probably super expensive.
That's true.
Not in my budget.
Yeah, just like has the plaque in the front like Ink Master.
I am the Ink Master.
I am the Ink Master. I can ink you, but it will be expensive.
I will poke you with needles and leave ink under your second layer of skin or whatever it is.
your dermis.
Sure.
You know whose epidermis shows way too much?
Declan's.
Dan's.
Dan's?
Yeah. Dan, there you go. Here's your shout out.
Oh, here's a fun story. If you don't know Dan, and unless you know us, and you do know Dan. So today we had a field trip to a bog. It's called Jam Pond. It's like 40 minutes away from here. I don't really know where it is. But we're hiking. And it's like marshy, swampy. We're crossing across a swamp to get to like the bog area with the floating. So there's like
so this is Dan.
That's Dan. So if you're not familiar with wetlands, bogs have this thing called a floating mat, which is like you can stand on it, like, and you're like it's almost like standing on a waterbed. It's really cool. But to get to it, we have to like walk across like a swamp.
Okay.
So there's like I'm kind of like walking on trees. I'm wearing hiking boots too.
Oh.
And like I don't get like past my ankle wet.
Mhm.
So I'm towards the front because I'm kind of moving it because I'm pretty used to that kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, like that's kind of what I do a lot. And so there's like no one behind me.
Mm-hmm.
It was me, like 2 other kids, the professor, and then no one else. So we're like, what's going on? Like me, the professor, and these 2 other kids are like, what's going on? There's a big holdup because Dan fell into the bog.
Oh my goodness.
Got like 2 of like his hip, and then got stuck in the bog. Lost his croc and couldn't find it on the hike in. So for the entire lab, Dan only had 1 shoe.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It was the funniest thing.
That's almost as bad as when he fell in the shower.
He slipped in the shower.
The hypothetical shower.
But then like people that weren't even on that with like on at rec like with us for that.
Yeah.
We kept yelling, Dan slipped in the bog because like, everyone just knows that joke. It's awesome.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. It's really fun. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Should we wrap it?
Yeah, let's wrap it.
Yeah.
Also, just a quick thing.
Yeah.
If you want to see us, if you want to see us vlog anything, such as action sports or our daily lives, let us know. You could tell us in person or in the comments.
Yeah, and in the comments too, if you want us to do call-ins, we're considering that also.
Or live streams.
Oh, yeah.
Catch us on Twitch. We'll be playing Fortnite.
Yeah, we'll be playing Fortnite.
Yeah. Stop recording for a second, but yeah. I heard Fortnite shut down. Is that true?
I have no idea.
I played Fortnite 3 times in my life.
Yeah, Fortnite's like a no-go for me. I don't know. It's just too mainstream.
I played Uncharted.
Uncharted's a great.
I played Call of Duty World War II. I was really good at that.
Yeah.
Because my roommates were all really good at it.
Yeah.
When I was living on campus. So I like got it. And then like I spent like a day just playing it, and so I would be like okay enough to play on their team.
Yeah.
Because like My friend Mike used to like compete in tournaments.
Yeah, I remember.
And
He used to
everything.
win money and
Yeah,
stuff.
he used to like he won like $1,000 one time in a Fortnite tournament. It was crazy. It was
During
pretty...
a fire alarm.
Yeah, he
right?
the smoke alarm went off. He stayed in the dorm.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But that's gonna be it for today's video.
Yeah. So let us know.
Yeah, leave some suggestions or things that you want to see down in the comments, and
Hit that subscribe button.
yeah, and give it a like.
Wash your teeth. Teats. Wash your teat.
Yeah, wash your teats.
14 times.
Yes, 14 times. Yeah. If you don't know that, watch the video before this one. But we're gonna peace out.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Take it easy. Bye.